Good morning, everyone. Here is another tiny Qigong video from a movement that we did in class. And this is Tiger Climbs a Mountain. And the Tiger movements are metal movements. And metal is the fall time of year. But things can be done at all times of year. But metal is all about letting go. Um, and I find that it's always a good time to be letting go, making sure that we're not holding on to things. I had a little bit of food poisoning or food reaction this weekend, and so I'm particularly excited about something that's just about letting go. And just as an aside, a good point for letting go is right here. That's large intestine 4. And you might notice if you're somebody who has food issues at all or your digestion ever goes out of whack, this point you may find that it's like hard, or you touch it and it really hurts, or it feels thick. That's a good indication that you want to use this point, large intestine 4. Okay, so for Tiger Climbs a Mountain, let's just begin by coming into Wuji with our feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, tailbone pointing down. Activating the eyes of our chest, opening both outward, seeing the world from the heart, and inward, bringing our gaze internally. Letting the back of our neck be gently lifted towards the ceiling, which brings our chin down a little bit. And finding D20 on the top of our head. Making that connection between heaven and earth. Feeling that sensation of being a human held between celestial energy and earth energy, and our bodies being a conduit for the meeting of both. A little bit of space under the armpits, gently holding a delicate bow bun there. Fingertips are relaxed and pointing down. Let's just take a moment to notice how we're feeling today. So we're going to bring in this feeling of tiger. Bringing in the kind of tawny orange color. Tiger stripes. And the primalness of being a striped being in nature. Feeling our limbs as lithe and powerful. Kind of the feeling that if you have a cat and you've ever watched them stalk something, that sensation. And as we do this, let's just soften our feet a little bit. Invite our feet to open and soften into the floor. And we're going to gather our tiger claws. We're bending from the first knuckle, but we're keeping our hands soft. Slight bend in our knee. So as Tiger climbs a mountain, if you can break that sensation, any of you hikers, of what it feels like to climb a mountain, to have your focus located on the top of the mountain and feeling into the grit and the determination that it takes to put one foot in front of the other. And in this case, as tigers, we're using all 4 of our feet. So we're going to be bringing one arm forward as the other arm comes back, and we're rotating, we're climbing this mountain. You can see with my back hand, I'm kind of letting it come back and I'm gathering it to get another hold. I'm going to exhale here. I'm going to inhale as I'm switching, gathering my strength, and then exhale. And I'm going to add my legs. So I'm doing the opposite foot from leg. So it's going to be like this. And I'm putting my heel down first for stability, and then resting my whole foot on the ground and deepening into my bend. So inhaling, leg comes back. Exhaling, heel, foot. Inhale. Exhale, heel, foot. And I'm wanting to deepen into my bend as I'm putting my leg down, really feeling that extension. Inhaling, heel, foot, and just bend into that reach. Inhale, heel, foot. And you may find that this one feels awkward to you, and that's okay. I want you to find that spot where your body goes, ah. For me, it's right here as I'm bending down and kind of sinking into that feeling of being rooted in my foot and extending and reaching up for that next handhold on the mountain. And it can feel a little awkward as you're coming back together. And for me, that kind of mirrors what happens in life, where we have our focus on something, and as we're stopping to calibrate, it can feel a little awkward and unsteady in terms of, where am I going? What is this next handhold that I'm grabbing a hold of? But then we reach for it and extend, and we find something to hold on to. We'll just do one or two more. Last one here. And feet shoulder width apart, coming back to Wuji for a moment. And just notice if anything feels different. I'm noticing that my chest feels different, which makes sense because that's where the lungs are housed, and metal is the element of the lungs, and letting go is also relating to the lungs. We breathe in and then we breathe out and let everything release. So I invite you to stay as long as you want in Wuji, noticing sensations, and maybe you want to do another round of Tiger. And to end this video, we're just going to gather, inhaling, reaching up, gathering that freshness, that clear chi that we've cultivated, and bringing it all the way down to the lower dantian. You can let your hands rest here for a moment and just feel that clarity, that freshness, as that determination of climbing a mountain reverberate underneath your hands, through your pelvic bowl. Hard to stop. Feels so good. I hope you have a wonderful day.